Hello and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Doc, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Doc's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and the motivations we give the puppies while we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he'll keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves the left hand free to give a correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You'll notice that Fred keeps that collar high up behind his ears, which will give you the most control over him while you're trying to work him through his commands. You'll notice that Doc is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first command that we'll demonstrate for you today is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash. The command is Doc heel, and you'll take off walking. You'll notice that he's been trained to walk very nicely on your left at your pace, so there should be no lagging behind or pulling forward, and incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit. This occurs anytime you stop moving your feet. Doc should sit next to you on your left side waiting for his next command. You'll notice that Fred will encourage Doc throughout the training process, keep him motivated and interested in the obedience training. The next command we'll demonstrate for you is the stay command. The stay is a hand and a voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of Doc's muzzle and the one-word firm command to stay.
Stay. No.
Fred's going to give Doc a correction because he did go to lie down.
Stay.
When Fred returns back to Doc, he'll walk all the way around him, and Doc should remain seated until he receives praise or another command. Very good job. Nice automatic sit.
Stay.
Tell him to stay again. This is a great exercise to help develop his maturity and self-control, so practice this often, especially inside your home. This time, instead of returning back to Doc, Fred will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. Doc's been trained to come in and sit nicely right in front of you, and then we have an exercise called the finish, where Doc will heel around the back of you and return back to heel position, and we'll show that to you one more time. Comes in, sits nicely right in front, no jumping up, and then he'll heel around the back to heel position. Very good job. It's important that you incorporate all of these commands into your daily life, but also we ask that you set aside about 10 minutes a day to run through the commands in a formal session such as this video, which will keep the commands fresh. We will now demonstrate the down from a heel position. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down.
Down. Stay.
The long down stay should be practiced for 3 minutes and working up to 5 minutes. Build up his ability to stay in this position for longer periods of time. When Fred returns back to Doc, he'll walk all the way around him as he did in the sit-stay, and Doc should remain laying down until he receives praise or another command. Very well done. I'll show that to you again. This time, instead of returning back to Doc, Fred will call him in. Command is Doc come. He comes in, sits nicely right in front, and then back to heel position. Perfectly done. Good job, Doc. The last command that we'll demonstrate for you today on video is the down from a distance. Fred will leave Doc in a sit-stay, and this time he will give him the down command from the end of the training leash.
Down.
Perfectly done. These are all the formal obedience commands that Doc has learned while he's been here at school. He's been a star student, and it's been a pleasure having both him and Daisy. We thank you so much for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainers.